ready.
Hello guys and welcome back to Neverwinter Nights 2 playthrough. And last time we stopped at the very beginning of Act 1. And it's time to kick ass and chew bubble gum. And we are all out of gum. Okay, so here's our first equipment. So let's get this on. Wait, there's a shield. That's the Harvest Cloak that I have won previously in the competitions. And that's the Harvest Cup, which, surprisingly, has some cool skills. Cure Light Wounds. So I'm gonna put it on my hotbar. What else? What else? I don't think I can equip anything else currently.
What's up?
She doesn't have anything to equip. He's already geared.
I would say yes.
So let's just check my magics book. Okay, level 2 magic now available. And for that I will want bark skin, which is sort of a natural armor growing around your body, and flame weapon, which is highly effective. But to properly learn it, just like in any other Dungeons and Dragons game, I need to rest. So let's just do that. I'm not really a huge fan of the resting animation in Neverwinter Nights 2. In Neverwinter Nights 1, they actually sat down on the ground, chillaxing. Yes, I'm sure I want you to be going in there. I want all the stuff that I can get. Oh, yes, actually this talisman also has a skill. Some sort of a skill, I think. There we go, aid times 6. So let's also put it on the hotbar. Aid is a pretty useful blessing, at least at at the beginning of the game, before it becomes a little bit redundant. Where's my cloak? It was supposed to be on my back, not in my inventory. So yeah, this is where the real game finally begins. Wolfie, come to my help! Well, that's actually the wolf that she summoned. Where is my wolf? Well, I'm gonna summon him manually after this fight. Bevel, why are you so slow with your hits? Quarter staff, I'm actually gonna... Oh yes, that's the good club that I wanted to get. But I cannot identify it yet. But I'm gonna give the quarter staff to Amy, because she's got absolutely nothing but her magic.
Yes.
It should be sufficient anyway, but you know, the more the better. Let's get all the healing stuff from my house, and it's time to move on to the field, because shit is going down, and right after the fair, because this is how it usually goes.
I saw some of those creatures enter your house, and it is good to see you safe. I don't know where these beasts came from, but we need every sword at the southern bridge. More of these creatures are on the way, and in greater numbers. Georg is trying to gather the militia, but I fear he will not be able to marshal a defense in time, and without help, this village will fall.
That's not good. Okay... Why won't you report to the bridge?
Lives may depend on me acting now, not after the battle. Every man I can heal and get back into the fight, the greater our chances. Head south along the road. I will stay here and look for the wounded, then join you. Georg should be at the bridge. Join him quickly. He will no doubt have orders for you. But before you go, take this blessing from Lathander, all of you. If you are wounded or need another blessing in the fight ahead, simply return and speak to me.
Well, to be completely honest, this part of the game is still a little bit of a tutorial as well, just with more story, because the fights are pretty easy. You basically kill everything that moves. And we are apparently under siege from Duergar. Duergars are a race of dark dwarves, pretty much. So you've got your dark elves living underground, distant cousins of the regular elves. And it's the same with dwarves, and both of these races are inherently evil. And when they are on the surface, it's only to kill the surfacers, as they call them. Oh, this chick with the daggers is pretty good. I love dual wielding. When I was playing as a rogue, I was always dual wielding. Okay, kill the dwarves. Alrighty then. This is done. Maximus, I have orders for you. Alright, in a moment. Let me just loot all the crap that I can. Because loot is good. Also, I should summon my wolf. Animal companion. Come to me. Okay, Georg.
Thank the gods you made it. There's been no sign of your father, and I feared you'd been killed as well. I have no idea where these creatures came from or what they want. But the ones loose in the village are only the first wave. More are coming. A lot more. If we're going to stop them, we need someone to rally the militia and meet them head on.
Where are they?
The militia is likely disorganized and scattered about town. You may have met some on your way here. Gather a half-dozen men or so. That's the most we can hope for. Now go. When you've gathered everyone you can, meet me at the wheat field, south and west of here.
We'd better search the town, try to gather who we can, and I hope we can find enough still alive.
Okay, I saw some loot here. So let's grab it before we proceed. And this is an interesting part, because some of these guys that I'm supposed to recruit are, as you can see, like Ward Mosfeld here, near death. So I will have to heal them. Ward Mosfeld, I can barely see you through all that blood. Then creatures coming out of nowhere, my brother, Will, you seen him? Not yet. He's somewhere in the village, I'm sure. If you can find him, Maximus, please, he's my brother. But my wounds! I can use my ties of nature to mend your wounds, Ward. I think I can staunch the bleeding without expending a full spell. There we go. So, the way you do it, I've had that option because I'm a druid, so I'm guessing all the other classes would have a slightly different options for that. This is something that is very typical for these games. The class that you are and sometimes even the skills that you have actually affect what's going on, you know, during the dialogues. And I'm not talking only about, you know, the like diplomacy skills, etc. Okay, so I've got another recruit. There's a huge fight between the mages going on there, but we're gonna go back to that in a moment. I'm gonna save the game, maybe. That would be a good idea.
Huh? Get away! Didn't you see those creatures out there? They're killing everyone!
Freaking coward. You're part of the militia. What are you... why are you hiding here for?
What, you came to drag me out there to die? Not on your life. I'm staying right here.
Freaking poser. Okay, let's try diplomacy. The village is surrounded. If you don't fight now, there's no chance at all.
I'm not going.
Damn it.
The village is dead anyway. I'm not joining the corpses.
We need you. We'll be standing without you. You won't be alone.
If you need someone to die with you, then go find someone else.
Report to Georg and fight, you coward, or I will kill you before the enemy does.
Well, you wouldn't dare. You're one of us.
Try me. Last warning.
Brave words, but you don't have the stomach. What are you doing? Stop!
This is chaotic neutral alignment in the works here. Okay, and he's now converted. With a little motivation So the barrel that was lootable only appeared now. There we go. Chaotic neutral character will do whatever he thinks necessary, as long as it's not evil to achieve a greater goal, pretty much. But as I've said, as long as it's not evil, because then he would not be neutral, he would be like chaotic evil or something. But here's the interesting part coming. Tarmas is already fighting some weird dude that race I can't really put my finger on.
Out of this. It's too dangerous.
Master, just hold on. We can help.
Oh, stupid girl. Everybody freaking knows that magic missiles won't do shit about the sphere of invulnerability.
How pathetic.
Pathetic indeed. Not a good idea.
Blast it! The rest of you stay where you are.
I shall waste no more time on this pitiful village. It is not here.
So great, he left us with his little spideys. And yeah, Amy is freaking dead. I wish I could act surprised, but I have already went through this part of the game. But this annoyed me to no end. I was actually trying my best to do something about it. Because in AD&D you technically, you know, can bring your...
Stupid girl! Oh? I told her to stay out of it. There's more to do. Georg and the militia are holding our attackers at bay on the Starling farm. We must hurry before the tide turns.
We need to find help for Amy!
Leave her. It's too late. We must hurry to the Starling farm before more harbormen meet the same fate as she did.
She may be still alive.
The girl is dead. Now move, before we lose even more to this attack.
I want to help her too, but Tarmas is right. Amy didn't have a chance. Let's
Sadly.
head for my family's farm. Georg will need every harborman to help fight off the attack.
Who was that
I do not
mage?
know, but he was clearly skilled in the art. He probably led the attack on West Harbor. We must hurry to the Starling farm before more harbormen meet the same fate as my apprentice.
Where's the farm?
It's just down this road. We better get moving. Tarmas will need our help.
Okay, let's
If
go.
only I had more time to gather equipment from my home. If you make your way there, you may find some magical and alchemical equipment of use. It's to the north. Now go!
Oh, Amy. You messed up so hard. That's sad. And there's Louis Johns with his pig. Why not grab some ale while we are at it, right? Okay, so let's deal with the Bladelings and Duergars before they kill more people. There we go, that was fast. I pretty like the AI of your teammates in this game. It's not perfect, but it's pretty decent, gotta say. That's somewhat of a leftover from Neverwinter Nights 1, where the one AI body was all that was available to you, instead of a full proper team. But it works, you don't have to micromanage them all the freaking time. Which is part of the charm of the old CRPG games, but... Oh, there we go. We've got another militiaman. It's part of the charm, but on the other hand, if you want to streamline the gameplay a little bit, without streamlining it too much, giving them a proper AI is not a bad idea at all. Okay, so that Pitney Lennon, please Maximus help me, I took a blade to the gut. Okay, so we can heal him again, there we go. And that was the last guy that we were supposed to recruit. So that's good. Okay, let's save the game. You need to remember that these games do not have like quick saves. There are auto saves every now and then, but mainly when you are changing locations, which can be not very often, to say the least. Okay, so what next? Oh, we've got the dying Duergar here. Heh! Kill 3 of your surfacers before they took me down. And the ones I killed, they screamed one by one, begged me to spare them. Son of a bitch. My hands are drenched in their blood. If you have come here to kill me now, so be it. But it will not bring their lives back. It's one of the attackers. It looks like he's dying. Yeah, no shit. Bevel is a really smart guy. I think you're right. Looks like he was wounded by the villagers. You filthy half-elven. Your kind is weak. You cannot stop us. We'll pile the bodies of your surfaces kin in their homes and set them on fire. A beacon to the rest of the villages of this mere that we are coming for them. Yeah, they are actually. But why did you attack West Harbor? Because we were told to come to search for something of silver and we obey. To slaughter your village in the process only pleases us. So you're slaves? We are thralls of our masters and we carry out their words. By the word, this village is to be destroyed and the object of the silver found. That's the interesting part, the object of silver. Who are these masters of yours? You will meet them, and when you do, you will be butchered like the rest of you filthy kind. Object of silver? What object? That is all we know, and all that, and that we would know it when we find it. Okay. That was our task, our orders, and we obey. Okay, so what next? Leave him to die. You even should you defeat us here, you will not last long. More and more will come. I shall see you in death, surfacer. You and your kind. There we go. But we've got some interesting information out of this guy. That will actually make more sense soon. And I'm sorry for my reading of dialogues, I'm horrible at that. If you want me to stop reading the dialogues, fine, that's fine with me. But for our let's play, maybe it's a better idea to do this actually.
Hey there.
Okay, so we've got all the militia guys here. So wait, I was about to... I needed to speak with somebody now, or what? Wait. Journal. Okay, Tarmas told us to enter his home, immediate southwest of the bridge. Southwest would be... Wait, where's the bridge? Oh, wait, that bridge. So let's go there. I don't think the last time I actually tried this before starting recording. I have entered the Tarmas home, but which one is it? Okay, southwest, southwest. This is southwest. So wait, this home? Yeah, maybe. Ah, the Wizard's Arsenal. There we go. Is there anybody in here? Nope. Okay, that's good. So I've got some scrolls and stuff like that. Oh shit, Tarmas! You didn't warn me about the trap. Okay, we've got some items that are not very much used to us right now, but once our team will get bigger, maybe. Like we've got an musical instrument for the bars. What the hell? I hear... Are there spiders around here? That hissing sound was like one of these spiders, but that might have been a bug. Just a sound glitch. Oh man, and I just got teleported. Yeah, something is a little bit glitchy in here. This game is 9 years old, so glitches are to be expected actually. Okay, do I want any of these? Maybe Alchemist Fire, so I can throw at people. Acid Flask, similar thing. Mandolin, that's as I've said, is for bards, so I cannot use them really. I would like to identify this club, because the club is actually something that I can use. I prefer scimitars when it comes to playing as a druid, but for the time being the club is actually more powerful because it's a magical club.
The house closest to the bridge. Some equipment I have there may prove
Well
of
done.
use.
Now we have a chance. All right, militia. Ready your weapons and move out. It's time we stand our ground.
Alrighty then. This will be fun. Second wave of attackers coming. Really like the music. Very fitting. Holy shit. Yeah. It's not like there's a shortage of these guys. Thankfully the militia is gathered, so it should go somewhat smoothly, I think. Especially since the Duergars and the Bladelings are not that dangerous. Bladelings are funny little guys. Okay. Let's go after the rest of them. Where's my wolf, by the way? Why is he not following me? Oh, now they are following. So you see, the AI is a little bit wonky at times, but most of the time it just gets the job done.
Another wave is coming.
Yeah, shit. Oh shit! I'm also dead. Almost dead. I didn't notice. Gotta heal myself. And I'm gonna use one first aid kit on me. Why can't I use the first aid kit? Do I have to use it from here? Oh god. Okay, let's just...
More of them.
Oh!
Regroup.
In the meantime, they have defeated the second group. Cool. I missed all the action.
They're entering the Starling house. But if we don't hold the next wave off, the whole village could be overrun.
Let's go. If we hurry, we can stop them before they find the children.
Let's go. Garrick and the others can hold off the next wave.
I knew I could count on you. I hope my brother and sister know enough to hide.
We could use your sword, but I understand.
That was rather abrupt. The camera angle here is not optimal. Mama. That's... Well, she's got an old-looking face, but the body is kinda milfy. But never mind that. Bevel, Maximus, thank the gods you're here. Mother, what happened? Where are those dwarves that came in here? When I heard fighting, I tucked the children away and then came to see what was the matter, and then suddenly these creatures burst into the house. Where are they now? The dogs drove them inside the living room, and they are still trapped inside, but the children... I told the children to lock themselves inside the house, but now these creatures are there between them and us. Fortunately, these bastards woke up the hounds too. And the hounds tore out the throats of two of them before they barricaded themselves inside the living room. Okay. That door doesn't lock, Maximus, and it looks like the hounds are willing to help us take care of the guests. Oh, nice. If we open the door, the dogs will tear into them. A little company couldn't hurt. You're right. Nasher, mutton chop, look! Come on, boys, follow us. We've got some hunting to do. Oh, yeah. Kill the dwarfsies. I actually was somewhat of a good friend with a Duergar in my role-playing days on Neverwinter Nights online server. That was fun. Dealing with the enemy. But my character was always somewhat neutral, and I was role-playing like that, so that worked out. Role-playing is somewhat of a lost art these days. People are into MMOs and they don't... Like, they completely don't feel the world, don't feel their characters, they just play for lols. Nothing interesting comes out of that. It's boring, it's dumb. There we go. Sure. Okay. Yay, Maximus! We've heard them screaming for mercy as they died. Is there any blood? Can we see? This is a one twisted child. Shut the door, lock it, and yell if you hear any more of them. We're sorry. We'll stay and be quiet here, we promise. Okay, what do you have here? Ooh, it's closed, damn it. Not gonna break their stuff. One thing that I would normally do in Neverwinter 1, I would just fucking bash the shelf or something. But unfortunately in Neverwinter Nights 2, when you bash containers, if there's any money in there, you can retrieve it, but if there's any items, they get destroyed, which is unfortunate. So during this playthrough I decided that I'm not going to bash any containers, because you never know what might be in them and you don't want to destroy that. I'm just going to wait until I actually get a thief in my team and backtrack to get the items, even off screen if needed. And then if there will be something interesting, I will share my findings with you guys. But yeah, about role-playing, like, players these days, I mean, there are some people who still role-play in multiplayer games, MMOs mostly, I mean. But back in my Ultima Online days and Neverwinter Nights days, I was playing Lands of Nordok mod.
Thank the gods that's over. We would not have held them much longer.
There we go. There's always more. It's funny how the Duergars are actually coming up unarmed. Oh, Daddy is here.
Dagon!
Much blood has been lost tonight. Let us make the enemy pay in kind.
Okay, there will be some loot to pick up from the ground, but as I was saying, I was playing Lands of Nordok mod for Neverwinter, which effectively changed Neverwinter Nights into an MMO, and a pretty good one at that, which was pretty freaking sweet. And considering that the server supported only like 64 players at a time or something like that, I'm not really sure right now. This meant that the community was really tight-knit and people knew each other, and you knew your enemies, you knew your friends.
Gather the wounded and the dying. Let's see how many we can steal from death's clutches.
Alrighty then.
Thank the gods we were able to...
Camera! Camera! What the hell?
How many did we lose?
Oh my god.
Vera, Pearson.
What were those things anyhow? Never seen anything quite like them.
They're called bladelings. Their kind is rarely seen in our realm. They dwell in a place beyond.
Well then, what in the nine hells are they doing here?
Lathander doesn't illuminate all mysteries for me. We must rely on our own wit and resources.
One of those dwarves mentioned they were searching for something. Does anybody know what it was?
Boy, come over here. I see you're unharmed. Many have not been so fortunate, and others have seen their final night. I understand you lost a friend of yours in the attack. A tragedy. She was a promising young mage. Or so I've been told.
She was a good friend. You wouldn't understand.
I understand perfectly. But I also understand what can and cannot be changed. Do not burden your resolve by dwelling on loss. Direct your thoughts to the present. I do not have much time to talk. There are many who are wounded. Now, there is something you must do tonight. Those bladelings were here to find something, and I fear I know what.
There we go. What were they looking for?
There is an item, a silver shard. Long ago, I concealed it in the old stones outside of town. I fear it may have drawn these creatures down upon us.
Okay. Why do you think the shard is their goal?
Think it through. Their kind doesn't plunder a village like West Harbor. Not for a few coins and an old helm or two. They had a reason.
Obviously. Where did the shard come from?
It is from the time when your mother died. Those were dark times for the village. We can speak more of the shard after you've returned. For now, all that matters is its retrieval.
Gotcha. Is the shard connected to my mother? You never talk about her.
There is no time for that now. Your mother is dead. Let her spirit rest.
Alright, you cold bastard. Why did you hide the shard in the ruins?
I had my reasons, which do not concern you right now. It was not a thing to leave above ground.
Interesting. You're the one that hit it. Why don't you just get it?
There are too many wounded to care for. More than Brother Marin can handle on his own. I cannot go, so you must travel there in my place. There is no choice in this matter.
I'm ready. Tell me what I need to do.
The stones outside of town are older and deeper than you may think. In the farthest chamber of these ruins, look for a strong box. Inside is the shard.
Anything
There
else?
remains only one thing. You should not go alone. Bevel, I need you to accompany my son to the ruins. This is an important task,
But Georg says the ruins have been overrun by lizardling tribes.
and that is why you must go. Together, two can succeed where one might fail. The cries of the wounded cannot be ignored any longer. Find the shard, find it, and bring it here.
Alrighty then, so this is our next quest.
No offense meant, but your father makes the hairs on my neck stand up. Still, if we're going to do this, we should make some haste. It sounds urgent.
I want to talk to some people first.
The path that runs along the river is our best route into the swamp. We can take it to the ruins when you're done here.
Alright then. So, is there any more loot to be picked up? Somewhere in the field, maybe? Oh, there is something in the ground. There we go. So yeah, we are nearing the end of this video. The first one was very long because of all the character creation and everything. I'm gonna try to keep the next ones around 30 or so minutes, give or take. But I could probably either... Oh, I need some healing, that's for sure. I still cannot identify the items myself. I will be able to because druids have a lot of lore, and lore is a skill that gives you pretty much, you know, a lot of knowledge, so you can just look at an item and identify it. But for now,
are here for some sort of reason, I imagine.
of course I do. I am. Do you have anything I could buy from you?
I am not some street peddler of minor magics. However, I could always use more coin. Very well.
Yeah, I just need to identify this club here. There we go, club +1. +1 means it's magically imbued. Not that by much, but the way it works in AD&D system is that some monsters are simply untouchable with conventional weapons that have no magic at all, so even +1 is something. Okay, how much damage does that longsword deal? 1 dice 8. So it basically means one 8-sided dice. You roll a dice and it deals
Yes,
that amount of
indeed.
damage. So from 1 to 8. Okay, so it's pretty much the same what Bevel is using already, so no point in keeping that. I'm gonna
You probably are here for some sort of very well.
sell some stuff because it's really unneeded. Okay, I cannot sell the quarter stuff, so I'm just going to drop it. Littering the place a little bit, but who cares? It's in ruins anyway. Okay, scimitar, I'm not gonna need that scimitar anymore. Short sword, sell. What else? What else do we want to sell or keep? We are keeping everything else for... Oh wait, stones! Penelope... These are just, you know, shinies that you gather for money. But you need to find a person who will buy it first, obviously. And okay, this will be it for this episode, guys. And I'm gonna see you next time. Hope you enjoyed the video. And PixelPolish out.